combo breaker against Mega Man. So we'll see if Angel incorporates that into any bits of his play as we move into game one. And immediately, Angel, no banana. Edwin tries to get his Metal Blade, but no dice.
And I think also a big part is going to be ledge play. Angel is known for his ledge play. He has the his namesake technique, the Angel Drop, which is that Z drop banana to down air. But Mega Man also has amazing ways of when his opponent is on ledge, just keeping him there. So let's see if that ends up becoming a huge factor in this match between these two players.
Yeah, and I like this Final Destination start because I feel very volatile between these two characters. As you already mentioned, ledge play is going to be a huge factor in this set. And what better place to start it out than Final Destination? And Matt is staged where it's essentially all ledge play. Yes, of course, we have the base platform, and it's just that base platform. So if you're punishing landings, you have a lot of room to work with. But for the most part, it's at the ledge. We're going to be seeing a lot of trading at the ledge, seeing who can build up what where.
Yeah, good use of Monkey Flip from Angel. Honestly, he seems to have a really good handle on the neutral at the moment. He's finding his way in and getting these hits, but right now he's sent to the ledge. Oh, misspaces the dash grab and ends up costing him with that forward smash. That's some big percent right now. Oh, he tries to go for the Angel drop, but it doesn't. Okay, he still gets slipped. Yeah, no, right now, they're just sort of trading ledge back and forth, back and forth. None of them really getting any huge plays off of it. Let's see if maybe Angel can turn that around right now as he has Edwin in the corner once again.
I like what Angel has been doing throughout this set, where he's not really allowing Edwin to interrupt much of what he can do. And even the Crash Bomber didn't stop Angel's plan right there. He just went right in for the forward air, secured the stock, and he just keeps on trying just to build up the damage where he can. He's not letting any of Edwin's spacing tools interrupt his game plan. He's just going in and around, and it's working really heavily in his favor.
Yeah, ooh, slipping on the banana, but get up attack, managing to get him off of him. Right now, yeah, you can see Edwin is starting to look for that back air. That back air is so potent, especially at the ledge, and it can even things up. And at this point, as Edwin, you do not want to let extra credit really, let this run away from you. Every percent that Angel tacks on at the moment is just going to add up so much if he does manage to actually take off his stock, which he does at that moment. Smart interrupting his recovery there with the back air.
An excellent sledge clutch just to be able to break the rocket barrels, but also potent enough that it's able to take the stock in its own right. I personally like Sledge Claw as a spacing option from Mega Man because it's quick, it's dangerous, because there's so much knockback behind it, and it covers a wide fan of space. You would think because of the fact that it's not a projectile, it wouldn't be one of Mega Man's key spacing tools, but it's really because of how wide of sort of like a triangle it covers in those 3 hits and how potent they all are, knockback and damage-wise. It's really important to the overall Mega Man game plan.
Oh, he tries to go for the cheeky down air. The other thing I'd say about that claw is that, in general, pellets, they're really annoying as interrupters, but they don't usually lead to a kill.
Right.
But so if your opponent is just like, I'm going to keep taking these pellet hits, I'm going to keep taking these pellets to try to close the gap, it's actually a really scary mix-up for Mega Man to just throw in those back airs, actually make them scared to drop shield.
And we have Edwin in charge of the ledge situation, but Pardon Uncle's not going to do it. The heavy startup on it makes it a bit dubious as to whether or not it's that great of an edge guard tool, especially against Diddy Kong. And a little bit questionable DI at the end of that, but up tilt sneaks things out for Angel Cortes in game 1.
He probably wasn't ready for it. That up tilt is so fast, and it's like the move that you don't expect Diddy Kong to have as a kill move.
Yeah,
it's just like,
It's so silly compared to everything else. He just goes in bare knuckle brawling everything in his path, but then up tilt's like,
yeah, just
gone.
Just has that crazy knockback growth. Game 2, we're going to go back to FD between these two players. What sort of adjustments do you think Edwin would have to make? Like, do you think there was anything in that game in particular that, allowed that Angel really exploited? Or
I feel that Edwin hadn't put out enough hitboxes, and just as we mentioned earlier, I feel like Angel doing the rocket barrel into the ground to combo break on Edwin. We discussed this prior, but I feel like what Angel Cortes is bringing to the match right now in neutral and how he's further extending his advantage state is what Edwin needs to be doing. And by that I mean there's just constant hits going out. You see the banana, you see neutral air, you see forward air, that rocket barrel even. All of these are just active threats that Edwin has to judge on whether or not he's going to be able to challenge it.
Wow, the
He's able to with that back
turnaround.
air.
Oh man, and I also just the pressure that you saw. I'm not just the pressure that Angel Cortes was exhibiting on Edwin throughout that entire stock was so clean. And then, but all he needs to do is mess up just a little bit. He gets back air and he dies so early. But then again, it does feel like Angel is having a really strong command of the neutral at the moment. Diddy Kong does, of course, have a really good neutral, but his banana play has actually been on point. Even when, like, for instance, when he's been throwing it at his shield, he's been reading the out of shield options, like, very consistently.
Yeah, Edwin's starting to respond in tow with how he needs to. As soon as Angel Cortes slips up in any way, he's putting out more definitive options. He's using the air shooter so he could juggle him. He's using the active hitbox from the Mega Buster on Nair in order to keep Angel away. He's stopping him from letting him control the movement of the match. And even if it's these little trades here and there, where damage isn't really building up as well as Edwin would want to, it's that damage that's really going to help him out in the long run because he's getting hard-knuckled down to game 3.
Yeah, we were kind of questioning that hard knuckle before, but there you see it. Just Angel was put in just the worst spot possible, and that hard knuckle just destroying him, slamming him down into the floor, closing out that game for Edwin, and we now have a 1-1 set. And of course, this is best out of 3, which means the loser of this is sent into loser's bracket. And I mean, so there is a bit of a history between these two in that Edwin has upset Angel on quite a few occasions, but don't minimize the fact that Angel is a top-level player. He's like top 5 in New Jersey.
Yes, I believe he's actually PR'd as 4. That being said, we're moving into Game 3 with Battlefield, and I like this stage. We've seen what Final Destination can do for the ledge play of these two characters. I feel like Battlefield's going to really be able to showcase how well their movement options and how well they can control space is going to go far.
Absolutely. And with respect to the ledge play, one thing that Angel has actually been doing a lot of, or at least I've seen him do it a few times, is he will use that fair to beat out the pellets when he's trying to recover off the ledge. And it has seemed to be working out, but that can be very risky. When Diddy Kong does that, he expends his jump, which means that, you know, if Edwin does get that read, he can end a stock very early. Ooh, good up air, interrupting anything that, any kind of approach that Edwin was hoping to get there.
Right now we're seeing a lot more of the same from Game 2, where, yes, Angel had a definitive lead on percentage and stage control, but Edwin's trading with these meteor hits, although Angel's made a lot more adaptive changes to how he's responding to pellets. I feel like, as you mentioned, forward air to challenge them, but then also Angel's just sort of running back and getting his grips instead of letting Edwin get any sense of control.
Yeah, now we have Edwin sitting with max rage. Forward air not going to do it quite yet, but he doesn't have a jump. Oh, no, he did. Okay, he was actually really smart, holding on to his jump there. Finally manages to reset to neutral, and now this is actually really scary for Angel because he had this huge lead, he had him in a bad spot, and now he's dealing with a max rage. Oh, that was actually scary. I don't know what could have happened there, but I was expecting some kind of jank.
Yeah, you see, Mega Man's dash attack is easily one of the worst tools in his kit, just because it leaves you in so much end lag afterwards. Even if you connect all the hits, which happens rather frequently, it doesn't really send at a strong angle or deal a lot of damage, but it leaves you safe enough.
And the
love
double
it.
trade. Edwin will take that.
I've been wanting to see Leaf Shield out of Edwin this entire set because it's able to interrupt anything that Diddy Kong is able to bring to the table. It gives a little bit of a shield to Edwin so that he could come in and approach with Blade. He could just threaten by being there. And just like that, we saw how he was able to interrupt the rocket barrels. And yes, it definitely sent Edwin off. But a plummeting Diddy Kong, bringing things into a less stock situation, it's looking good for Edwin right now.
Oh, yeah. And I just want to bring up that it was Angel who counterpicked to the stage, right? It's kind of come back to hurt him a little bit because of the survivability that Mega Man has had. Like, there were times where he got up tilted, he got back thrown, and he was just hanging in by the skin of his teeth. Definitely on any other stage that would have meant his death. And so Yeah, there's the layout, but I think that survivability definitely is sort of coming back to haunt him.
Absolutely. Mega Man, one of the heavier characters in the cast, and he's able to shift his hurt boxes rather well. So if accompanied with good DI, Edwin can be in this for the long run. Mega Man, a character that could comfortably survive into the 160, 180 range, notably against Diddy Kong.
Yeah, especially because Mega Man being a fast faller, it's so hard to kill him off the top. Mega Man in general is probably one of the most frustrating characters to kill.
He's made of metal.
He's made a
He's really heavy.
He's a robot. He's a crime-fighting robot.
He's a super fighting robot.
Does he also fight crime?
I mean, you know, Dr. Wily is a global terrorist. Fighting that actively can fight crime, but the only thing criminal that we just saw was a whiffed up tilt leading into a very well charged up smash, securing the victory for Angel Cortes over Edwin.
Yeah. That
Yikes.
was so. I think that was a little bit trigger happy, I guess, because the banana hit his shield and just you saw the power shield come out. There was probably like a frame away from being the game for Edwin, but he got the power shield, which means he got the charge on that up smash, and that was absolutely, I don't know, just great stuff to both players, though. That was so back and forth. You saw good adaptation from both sides.